Hello there and welcome to today's class using the lovely U stamp set, matching punch and the Stampin' Right markers in the new in colours. Now this is something I'm trying. I'm not actually live now. I've pre-recorded these videos so that I can so that I can sort of block out any background noise type thing. I am working from home and it is our family home. So sometimes the lives can sort of be happening when we're trying to do there's other stuff going on in the background. So I'm basically trying this out, that I've pre-recorded it. I'm launching it as a premiere. So I'm actually sat here watching myself with you, and I'm going to comment along for anybody who needs help with anything, or in case I forget to do anything, and then I can rectify it afterwards. So I'll just go through the projects that we're going to make. So this is the first card. That's a one layer card. And then I made this one. Then there's a tag. And we're also going to do this extra card too, which I didn't put on the event advertisement. All right. So what I want to do first, though, is to go through how to put the stickers on your stamps for new people who might not know. And you don't have to put the stickers on the back. Can you see that there's some stickers on the back of those? Does help them cling well. But sometimes they can cling too well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one that says just because I've already put the sticker on that one. So let's just find a sticker that I've not put on yet. Right, this one's here. I can't even read what it says. Anyway, let me have a look on here. Is it Let's Cheer You Up? Yeah, Let's Cheer You Up. So what you do is you find the sticker with the words. Now, one side is not as shiny, and it's the shiny side you want. And if you sort of fold it, you can see that it's got a slit in the middle. So you peel these off. Okay. You peel the back off your sticker. All right. And this should match exactly inside there. You pop it down, peel it off, and then you've got that on the back. Okay. Now, as I said, you can work with them without having the stickers on the back. They will stick to your blocks. So if you don't want to do that now, then that's fine. If you want to craft along. Oh, look, I've just noticed my grid paper's upside down. What a banana. Let's turn that around. Oh, my word. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go through the pack, and I'm going to do these videos probably separately. I'm going to see how they go, so we'll see. So in your pack, you have got everything sort of cut out for you, and I'm going to go through what you need. And I think what we'll do, we'll assign everything to each card, and then we'll see how we go. And I might do them in 3 separate videos or 2 separate videos. And then people can have a break in between and catch up. So for the first card, you need to find your white card base that I've already scored for you. So for that, all you need is that. And then I've given you 2. I've only got 1 here, but I know in yours, I've definitely given you 2. I've given you 2 long bumblebee pieces that are 1 inch wide that will fit in the large groove there. So you do need one of those for this card, and then you will need, I've also given you 2 of these white ones that go in the next groove down. All right, well actually they don't need to, because I've just cut that off. So you need the card base, and only a section of that you need for the card for that one. Okay, so you can sort of sort out your stuff. So this one, just because you need this card base that's like a tent fold, so another long thin one. And then you need a rectangle of Whisper White. And now I know that I had a random piece of pink and I don't know where I've put it because I took it out of my kit. So you will have a piece of Magenta Madness, which I now need to cut myself another one of. Actually, let me pinch one from somewhere. I found it. I found the piece. Okay, so you've got a piece of Magenta Madness that's going to fit there like that. Yeah. And then you'll have a piece of the gingham green, just jade ribbon. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. So that is that. But also you can use, we're going to use these long strips for this card too. All right. For the tag, I've already cut those for you because people don't have the tag with them. All right. So for the tag, you need the 2 tag pieces. Yeah. And then you need the longer piece of Bumblebee gingham ribbon. So you need the longer piece. Yeah, I'm sure you need the longer piece. Or do we need the shorter piece? Hang on a minute. Let me just test this out. My goodness. Let me just test this out because I might be telling you wrong here. Yeah, you need the longer piece because the shorter piece is for the other card. So you need the longer piece. Yep, definitely. Yeah, because I thought you could tie it round something. So you need the longer piece. And then again, you're going to use those 2 long strips that you've got. You should have plenty with those 2 white, 2 Bumblebee you will have. So that's for that. Yeah. And then everything else is for the other card, the last card. So we've got our Just Jade card base, which is gonna, it's the other way, it's the other type of card. It's like a book style card. Then you've got a piece, the bigger rectangle, which sits there like that. You've got the shorter piece, which is to tie round in a knot. Okay. Then you should have, and I've got, I don't know why I've not put one in my kit. I found it. Yeah, hang on a minute. Then you should have a label like that. And then finally, you should have another scrap of paper, which is for cutting out these flowers, stamping them and cutting them out. All right, so that's all for that card. So I'm going to put that card to one side and I'm going to put the tag to one side for now. And also that one. And we're going to start with the easy card. I'm going to take a seat now and sit down now that I've seen my desk. Oh, look, I've got some Christmas houses sneaked on the thing there. Okay, so, right. What we're going to do is we're using the markers today to colour our stamps. You will need your clear block or blocks. Okay. We're not actually going to use the blue one, which is Misty Moonlight, and we're not using the cinnamon one. So you can put those back in your kit if you want to. And the stamps that we're going to use. Okay, so there might be for yourself a lot of swapping about. Or I'm fortunate that I have multiple blocks for stamping on. And if you do, that's great. If you only have one block, I appreciate there's going to be a bit of switcheroony. And we're using Cherished Friend for this one. So these are the stamps that we want. Okay. Feels strange not to be doing this live, and I'm just keep checking that I'm in shot, and I am. Okay, so let's put the card there. Let me see if yeah, you can see that there, I think, can't you? Yep. Okay, so we can copy from that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the markers to colour our stamps. Now, the markers have a brush end and a thin end, and we're going to use the brush end. We actually need, I'm going to start by doing this nice leaf here. Pop it on my block, and I'm going to colour the leaf. And when I colour, I don't want to colour with it like point down, like at half past, if that makes sense. I want you to do it on an angle so you're not damaging the nib and you've got more ink going on. I hope that makes sense. So I'm almost like colouring with the side of the nib and I'm not damaging the nib. Once you've coloured it, you need to do a heavy breather on it, and then we're going to stamp it in this top corner like that, okay? And then we're going to go back. So what I'm going to do is do all these leaves first, yeah? Copying my card that I made. Bit of a heavy breather. Down there like that. The reason why I'm using these marker pens for this stamp set is because some of the stamps need 2 different colours and it's an easier way of doing it. It's also a more cost-effective way of doing it. But you might decide later on then that you want to get the ink pads, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'll have a change from, I've done 3 leaves, so I've tried to replicate that. And I'm going to now do this one that's got like a little bud and leaves. So we're going to do a 2-tone one, okay? So I'm going to colour the leaf, the stem, and then I'm going to colour these bits under here. Yep. And then I'm going to take the bumblebee, the yellowy one, and colour the top bit. Okay. And guess what? I'm going to huff on it. Huff and I'll puff. And then I'm going to stamp that one there like that. Okay. And then I'm going to carry on. I don't know with this Premiere if you can actually pause, because I've pre-recorded it and uploaded it as a video rather than a live stream. I'm not sure. I should have maybe looked into as if you, I know you can't pause my live stream, don't think anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work out, might just pop that there like that so I can see how much room I need to leave. And then I'm going to pop that there like that. Yeah, does that make sense? Use it as a guide. Now I'm going to give that one a rest because I think I need I need to work out where the others are going to be. So I'm going to take that one off. So yeah, you could pause this if I'm racing ahead. I'm going to now do a couple of well, I'm going to do one of the flowers, I think. I might do a couple. So I'm colouring this with Magenta Madness. And then I'm doing the centre with the bumblebee. And again, I'm huffing. So this is just to get the moisture going, because basically it can sort of, maybe not with these because they're quite small images, but it can dry up a bit. Well, it's obviously going to dry at some point. So we sort of huff on it to get the ink going again. And just to make us sound weird. Keep putting the lids back on your pens as well. Don't leave your lids off. Stamp that one there. Right. So I've had a go with those 2. What I think I'm going to do now is do this one here. All right. I think this is my favourite one. I like this long ferny one. So I'm recording this on Tuesday afternoon. I'm watching myself with you, which is strange, but I'm just thinking it might be a better way going forward. Then I've not got sort of background noise. Obviously, when I do paper crafts and piano, we want the background noise then. But, yeah. So I'd like to say a big welcome to my new ladies. I've got some new ladies who are crafting with me. today, or with us today, taken part in the first classes with me, which is absolutely fabulous. I'm really, really grateful and welcome. Well, I hope you are, because I hope your kits come in time, and I'm saying that on Tuesday because the stuff's not even got to me yet. So just checking that everything's in view. Yeah. Okay, so I think now it's coming along nicely. I'm going to do this one here. Yeah, this big one. And Lisa, hello to Lisa, who's doing her first online class with me. She's just been to my studio once in February. Did the candle class, didn't you, Lisa? And then now has ventured into buying her first Stampin' Up products from me and doing her first online class, which is ace. And you've been listening to my paper crafts and piano. Well, it's not just mine, ours. Pop that in the corner there like that. Yeah. And then I've just got 3 more to do, so it's coming along quite nicely. And you don't have to do exactly what I've done. I know when you're new and you're not as experienced at crafting and paper crafting, you're a bit nervous of, then a lot of people like to copy exact, stamp for stamp, centimetre for centimetre, everything to the nearest millimetre the same. But if you've got, I love it when customers do it different, go off piste, as I say, and get creative. That's what it's all about. So the final one is this one here. So it can build up quite quickly. Oh, nearly had that a bit, not how I wanted it then. Just want that sticking out a bit there like that. All right, okay. Woo! So we've got our card stamped. Right, what I'm going to do now, you might need a trimmer for this, or definitely will need some scissors. But what I'm going to do is, now when I made these, I actually stamped the words with the ink pad, but I appreciate you haven't got the ink pad, so I'm going to do what you do. You've just to be a bit more mindful when you're colouring words in, because if you don't quite get a petal fully on the floral bits and bobs, I suppose it doesn't matter as much if it's faded, because not every petal on every flower in the garden is perfect, is it? That's why nature is as amazing as it is. But we don't really want missing letters, do we? So I've coloured the word in, and I'm going to stamp it on here. There we go, cherished friend. And I'm just going to cut it down. Oh, she says, have I got my scissors out? I should have done, shouldn't I? Oh, I found that. This morning I couldn't find my ribbon scissors. And now I need my paper scissors and I can't find my paper scissors. So I'm just going to cut it down sort of equal. Now, I don't know if that's a bit... Oh, I'm not far off with that. So I might just trim a bit there. Yeah. And a bit there. Okay. Yep. Well, we'll see how that goes. Right. So now we're going to use the punch. Okay. And we're going to unlock the punch first. So it will come to you like this. You're going to push that lever up. Yeah. And then you're going to pop this in here. And you pop it in and it won't go. You have to sort of push it down a hill. Almost imagine it's going down a hill until it can't go any further. Get it lined up central in there. And then punch, and then you will get that end. Now, we obviously don't want to punch this end because it's too long. So hold this up against here, yeah, and have a look at where you think you need it cutting off, and then just trim it with your scissors or with a, now that's not quite straight, so let me just, and again, go down the hill with it until it won't go anymore. Now, just make sure it is straight in the groove, and then punch. Okay, then you've got your other end like that. Now let's see if that fits in nice. Boom, that fits in great like that. Yeah, so I'm going to glue this directly onto my card. Okay, I've got a blob on it, mark on it. Let me see, hold that one up against it. There we go. I don't mind that I'm covering up that a bit. I don't mind that. And then I'm going to layer this up. You can either do it flat or you can do it with some foam pads. I'm going to pop foam pad on if I can find them. Should have got those out as well. I've had them out today because I've done a class this morning. Unless I've tidied them up. I've got a new one here, so we'll add a new one on. So we've done our first card. Let me see timing wise what I'm on. 22 minutes. Okay. There we have our first card, all right? Okay, hope you're pleased with yours, and if you're still catching up, then that's absolutely fine. The joy of these videos is you can catch up when you need to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next card, okay? And I'm going to get all the bits. Remember, we put all the bits to one side for this one, all right? And get my piece of white, because that's what I need to start with. Now, I'm doing very, very similar to the other card, but I just want to point out one difference, really. The only difference is here, I don't know if you can have a look there, I stamped it once, and then I didn't re-ink it, and I stamped it again, and I got a lighter image, and that's called second generation stamping, or stamping off. So what I'm likely to do, this is me thinking on Tuesday. Now I'm just going to have a drink of coffee. So you don't have to like listen to me drone on while I colour those stamps. I may speed up this element of me colouring some of the stamps because you've just seen me do that with the other card, and you can then sort of catch up. You can catch up with it, yeah? And I might speed that, when I edit the video, I might speed that up. So I'm just saying that now. And then you can, it means the video's shorter and the upload speed for me will be better as well. So let's get started. I'm just going to copy this card. And you can copy me. had a little something stuck to my stamp there. It looks like glue or something. A little tip here, I only want really the top part, so just don't waste your time. Just colour in the first 5, yeah? Don't waste ink and stuff. And as long as you don't put it up too high and you know you've only coloured, because you've coloured the first 5, then just do it like that and then you're not wasting, yeah? Okay, this is the one where I'm going to have a go at doing 2. Yeah, so I'm going to do 1 and then I'm going to join that on there and do 2 like that, yeah? So, I've got all the bottom part done. Just check on the video how we're doing for time. Half an hour so far, which is fab. Okay, so I'm going to do the top part now. Hope we're all doing okay. Wow, it's looking good. It's coming together. Might do this a bit different. I don't know if I want... I'm going to see what it's like without that flower there. And then I'm just going to add that little green one there in that corner. So I'm only going to have the 2 on show like that, yeah? What do we think? Do I need that extra one there? I think it's enough with the two up there and 2 down there. So I'm going to leave that. If you want to, I mean, it's your card, you can do whatever you want to. So we're now going to use the Just Because stamp. So I'm going to remove the Cherished Friend. Oh, that's the one that, is that the one that I mounted? No, it was already mounted with the, it's already got the sticker on. So I'm going to colour this one. So again, on the side of the, make sure you get the whole of the joy of this is you should have plenty of white. I've given you 2 full lengths of A4. So you should have plenty. If it goes wrong, yeah. Now this one I didn't want as long at all because of the bow, yeah. And I know people are going to be like, oh no, I've got to do a bow. No, Julie, no. Don't make me do a bow. So I'm going to actually trim that off so it's level on the trimmer. Apologies if you don't have a trimmer yet. So this is going to be quite a bit shorter than... It's a little bit shorter than that one. Just trim that off so it's straight. Maybe I should measure this one. Actually, let me put that. I know what I'll do. Let's do the end first. So we're going to get our punch out again. We're going to pop it in the... I'm going to remember to sort of go downhill till it won't go any further. Yeah. And then we'll pop this in here to trim it down. Yeah. And I'm going to put that on there so I can sort of see how big I want it to be. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky because it's a shorter piece, so hopefully, yeah, it's all right. Just make sure it's not moving. There we go. Okay. And then I've nipped a bit off there, but what I'm going to do is, if I put that way, that bit might be covered by the bow. I think I moved mine when I popped it in. So let's get our stuff. We're going to get our pink piece, Magenta Madness, and we are going to stick our stamped piece onto the magenta. Oh, I've put a bit too much glue on there. Oh yeah, look, you see it's coming out the bottom. Uh-oh, we use one of these little bits that we cut off to wipe that away. There we go. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a bow. Now what I do when I'm doing a bow is I turn the project upside down because it works best for me. So, and I want my bow to the left when it's upside down. So I am going to bring it over here because I want it at the left. Then when I turn it over, it's the right way up. And I'm just going to do this like the start of my shoelaces. So I've done like a cross, yeah. Pull it quite tight. Put your finger there, and I'm going to make 2 loops. And people call this bunny ears. Okay, so I've got 2 loops. I'm going to cross them over. So the one on the left is going to cross over the one on the right. And I'm going to push this loop. And it's going to come through the hole. It's going to flip over, and this tail is going to flip over. The loop's going to come through this hole here, and I'm going to pull. And what you want, then you can turn it back over to sort of zhuzh it about. Now, what you want is you want to make sure for your ribbon to look nice, your bow, this knot in the middle needs to be super tight. So what I do is I put my fingers in like that, pretend it's like sort of tug of war, and I pull them against each other, and look, it does a lovely loopy bow. All right, and then I'm going to glue the Just Because onto the bumblebee background. Like that, yeah. And I want this to be raised up on some foam pads. Okay, now what I am going to do, because they need to stick to the card rather than to the ribbon, I'm going to have to sort of do them right up to the edge, because if I just put them in the middle, they're only going to stick to the ribbon and the ribbon's not stuck down. Does that make sense? So if you, I'm going to use 4. You probably have different foam pads to me. So hopefully, yeah, some of the foam pad will catch the card. And then that's going to layer in there like that. All right. So I'm going to stick that down. Like that. And then I'm going to trim these tails off. Like that. And then I can stick this to my card base. And that's going to stick on there like so. Should fit on there like that. Okay. Ta-da! So we've now got 2 cards made. So these are the 2 that I've made today with you so far. Let me check timing. I've done nearly 40 minutes. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to tidy up and I'm going to do some pre-prep for the next card and the tag. Now, if you want to do the same, we're gonna have a little break so you can catch up, and I will agree on before the class and tell you, so you will know, because I will have messaged you what time we're coming back to do the next card and tag. All right, so what I am going to do is put those cards away. So we're now going to work on the tag. And you see, I've got that left from 1, which is enough for that, and you had 2, so you've plenty in case you go wrong, because on this one we're not even using the tag, yeah. So I'm going to do the tag with you next, and you need your long piece of ribbon, remember. And then what I'm going to do in advance of speaking to you is I'm going to clean my stamps, and you need to do that, because for this class, we are going to use the bumblebee on this flower, and we have used magenta on it, so we need to clean that thoroughly before we come back to class. Yeah, okay. So I will see you back here soon, and I am going to pre-stamp some of these flowers and cut them out, but I'm not going to do this pink ones because I want to show you how I've done them, because there's a little technique to that. So I will see you shortly. Thank you. Bye.